For today's project, we're going to turn my kitchen windowsill from this to this. A simple cat ledge. It basically just a piece that connects to the windowsill, gives the cat somewhere to perch on, look out the window. Very simple, out of the way thing, only requires 2 cuts total. Very, very, very simple project. I just need a 2x4. I think I got a 1x10 and a floor mat, like a doorway mat. That's just the cheapest one I could find that gives them kind of a little bit of a carpet surface with a little bit of durability to it. So, easy project. We can knock this out real quick. So, let me show you how it's done. Today on this cool windy day, I'm going to be making a cat seat. I really don't like the cats, but I'm a real nice guy. There's only really 2 cuts needed for the whole thing. It'll be a really, really quick project. So the first cut we're going to do is the width of the actual inside of the window. So the furthest we can push something up against the window, and that would be 26 3/4. I'm using a 10-inch wide piece of wood. It's, I think, 3/4 thick. Just a good plate for them to sit on. Our next cut, we're going just a little bit inside of it. This is going to be the board at the bottom that'll actually give it support, and that one I want to be just a little bit inside. Nothing super major, but just probably 1 inch total, so it gives me about a 1/2 inch on each side. That's all of our cuts. 2 cuts is all it takes. Okay, now we got our cuts, got our 2 pieces. Real simple project, like I said. So now we just need to sand off the edges, just make sure there's nothing sharp. Much as I hate the cats, we don't want to put any thorns or anything in the cats, these splinters. So we'll take care of that real quick. And that's all there is to that. A little 60 grit sandpaper takes care of that real easy. Something like a router, you could probably do a really pretty end to it, but this is for a cat that definitely doesn't care what it looks like. So that's our 2 pieces. So now I just need to measure. The 1 3/8 was my gap between the window and the edge of the sill. I need 1 3/8. 3/8, inch and 3/8. And this is basically just a reference mark so that I line it up properly. So it's definitely nothing that needs to be super ultra perfect, but that's our line. Basically, this is from an inch and 3/8. This is from the edge into the window. That's how much room we have to attach. So we need to basically just put this under, and it'll actually be, you can picture it flipped over up against the window. So now, trusty wood glue. Dollop them to hold it in place. We're actually going to be attaching this with 2 different fasteners. First we have our wood glue, and I'm going to actually switch around, put the prettier side out. Squish in, and once that's in place, all lined up at 1 inch and 3/8. A couple 2-inch brads. This will hold it in place for us while the glue dries. We're actually going to go more substantial than that for the actual final thing. This is just to get it held in place for the glue. This is not going to be a structural brad at all. So, 3 brads in, that's enough to hold it. Sunk down over the glue. Wipe up any excess that I got on here. And let me get some screws. Quit jumping away. Now that I got this held in place, I'm going to shoot in 4 2.5-inch screws. These will give it tons of staying power. That in combination with the glue, it's definitely not going anywhere. That's solid. Perfect. Okay, now comes the only thing that we really need to do much actual measuring for. We're going to switch off from our brads back to our 5/8 staples. 5/8 are just shy of what we're looking here. Okay, we are going to be using a mat, like a doormat, clean your boots off before you come in the house kind of mat. Nothing special. This one was like $7, something like that. It should have a good amount of durability versus carpet. And if it gets really, really torn up, I'll just replace it. It's that easy. So we're going to use this to make basically a simple cut. Flip this over. We're going to cut just enough to go over this and wrap under it just a bit. Our sides are going to stay exposed. Drag our utility knife. I've overshot it just a little bit in front, and I'll overshoot it a little bit in back, and plenty. we're going to go nice and tight up against it on this. Spin this down a little bit. Go nice and tight up against it. Finish off the cut. Okay, perfect. Now comes the relatively easy part. Shooting it full of a whole bunch of staples. So we have our platform here. Super nice. So we're going to basically just put our edge on the back here. Shoot some staples. This is going to be the side up against the window, so it's never really going to get seen. Do love my staple gun. And I'll very tightly bend it up against. Pull the rest around and staple it. Pulled it right through. Let's do that again then. This time I didn't lean quite as hard on it, so it leaves the staple out just a little bit proud, and it won't force it all the way through. So now I'm going to clean up a little bit. I'm just a little bit shifted off to the side. I guess my cut wasn't perfect or something. So we're going to make that into a feature. Using your finger on the side of the knife just to hold onto the edge of the wood. You can keep a line fall straight down just by dragging your finger along the bottom. Give you a straight cut. This guy, we're going to find out where our edge is. Good cut there. The exact same thing. Just giving ourselves a little bit of reveal on the side. Beautiful. Continue our cut around the corner and on the bottom. I'm going to shoot a couple more staples in the middle here just to help keep it in place. So you don't need to go with any glue or anything. Just a couple staples should do it just fine. Keep it from bubbling up a little bit. Perfect. Nice, extremely simple project. All I'm going to do now is shoot the underside of this, a little bit of white paint. Our walls in the bathroom and the kitchen are white, so I'm going to make it match just a little bit. Once again, does not need to be anything special at all. Just going to cover it a little bit, let it dry for a second, and we'll take it in the kitchen. Nice, easy coat. So we'll let that dry for just a few minutes and we'll take it in and tack it up. Well, thanks for joining me for that project. It's a good afternoon project. Makes the kiddos happy because their cats love it and they love the cats for some reason. So yeah, easy one. If you have any ideas for projects and anything like that, let us know. Also, if you're interested in collaborating on a project, we have a way to submit to our channel. So let us know on that too. Give us a yell. If you have any comments on the videos, like, dislike, uh, preferably like, don't forget to subscribe. And we'll be making content like this all the time, just kind of random projects. Nothing that requires any sort of super ultra craftsmanship kind of skills. Just simple projects somebody can do with a minimal amount of tools and a minimal amount of knowledge. Nothing real complex. Great little projects you can do and just have fun with. So if you want more of that, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.